Good morning. Hi, everybody. How are we all doing? Good, I hope. So emotional support chair needed, and that could also be a wall to some degree. It's just something to steady yourself on and also to help with a little bit of a balanced transition that we're going to do. So let's get started. We're going to start with modified child's pose, just to ease some movement into the lower back. Selfishly, it is something that I really need, so that is why it's in the class, but we will get started. So bringing yourself to your emotional support object, popping your hands on it. So like I say, that can be a wall or the back of a chair, or if in some cases a bench, you might want to go down to the knees if you feel like your arms are too high. So that's something that you can do. We're just going to walk the feet back and drop the head. And while we're down here, we're just going to really push into those arms. Maybe take the hips from side to side, nice and slowly. Nice deep breath. And then we're going to very slowly walk ourselves up to a nice neutral stand. I'm just going to mute everybody just so that no one pays a little cameo on the video. And again, so easing yourself back down into that position. Really pushing the head down between the arms. Doesn't matter if knees need to slightly bend or if you prefer to keep them straight. And again, just moving hips from side to side. Noticing how that changes what you can feel, if at all. And slowly walking yourself up. Now, core reminders, because we're in core class. Just lead into everything as much as feels nice for you. Hold positions that feel good, escape ones that don't feel as good. The main position that we're going to be working in through a sequence is one leg crossed over the back like that. So it's going to be leg away from your emotional support chair. So whichever one is furthest away, it's going to cross behind like that. We're going to do it now in modified child's pose. So we're going to come into that head lowered position, and then we're going to take that leg across. We're going to do that. We'll come up and then we'll swap sides, just so we can get the pelvis and the lower back used to that position down here before we bring it into that standing position. So again, drop the head, walk those feet back from your chair or whatever it is that you're using, and then take one leg and cross it behind the other. Now that leg that's crossed over can stay on the toe or it can be flat. You can do whatever you want, but keep that other leg firmly planted down. Take a few breaths and then slowly bring it back to center and walk yourself up. We're going to repeat that other side. Here we go. This is where my air conditioning unit gets in the way. Cross that other leg over. Lean into that position. Keep those hands rooted firmly on your emotional support object. Bring that foot back and slowly walk yourself up. Nice relaxed position. Now, whilst planning this class, so my back has hurt pretty much non-stop since Wednesday. And I know now from experience and having continual back pain for quite some time, it's more likely to do with stress, not having the best sleep, having my shoulders up to my ears, just feeling very tense and stressed because of obviously, you know, everything that's happening. that's more likely the cause of this little episode of back pain. So in planning this class, I've tried really carefully not to do anything that aggravates that, whilst also trying to get some movement around it, because overall that is good for it. So I'm going to take things really, really easily in these positions, just so that I don't annoy my back, which is screaming at me a little bit. So here we go. We're going to start off. Position yourself next to your support object so that you have to reach that arm to it slightly. So the fingers are just sort of nearly there, and I have to sort of lean to grab hold of that. This is my position. I'm going to take an arm overhead. I'm going to go for a side bend to begin with. So as my hand leans over the head, I want to try and push my hips out the opposite direction, but whilst also keeping nipple lasers to the front. So I don't want to be tipping over. I'm trying to stay nice and upright. Lovely stuff. And release that. We'll go again. Gives you a chance to, if something doesn't feel quite right, you can reposition. Drop that head as though you were pouring some water out of your ear. Lovely. One more time. Come out of that position and then swoop that arm back in. And we're going to swap sides. And because we're only swapping sides for 3 reps, I am going to turn my back to you. Sorry, you're going to have to stare at my backside with my nice big period pants on today. So here we go. Same again. Fingers can sort of touch that, but I need to lean to get a good grip on my emotional support object. Taking that arm overhead, trying to push the hips the opposite way. Release. And again. Oh, that side feels much tighter than the other. Interesting. Release, relax. And again. And release. Lovely stuff. Okay. First way that we're going to play with that is we're going to take that same leg behind us. So whichever arm is reaching over the top, the arm and leg that is away from that support object, as that arm goes overhead, that leg is going to go back. And what we're going to do is we're going to try and flatten that foot so that we have to put our weight into it. So this leg is going to stay firmly anchored to that spot, wherever it is. And this one is going to stretch around, flatten, and then we're going to dip into that lean. Same again, we're going to do about 3 reps. And I'll probably again put my back to you while we repeat them. Just saves me swinging that chair all over the place, especially with a little sore back. So here we go. Take that arm over, that foot comes behind, it flattens, and we lean. Emotional support object is taking some of my upper body weight as I really lean into that stretch. Release. Loose the breath. And again, step round the back. Lean into it. One more time before we switch sides. Don't know why I picked 3 reps of each thing today. Just felt like a nice, safe number to do. Lovely. Switching sides. So again, gonna show you the big shrimp on the back. Same again. So that leg that is furthest away from the emotional support object is crossing around the back as the arm goes overhead. 3 reps. Flatten the foot and lean. Other foot stays where it is. Relax. And again. See, that is it's getting the pinchiness, but not in a really horrible way. So I'm going to go with it It's that side of the back that seems to be worse than the other. Lovely stuff. And again, relax. Have a sip of something delicious while we wait for the next one. So we're going to carry on with that, crossing that leg behind. This time, we're not going to put the foot down. We're going to reach and float the foot. You can stay here, so this could be your movement. However, if you'd like to just excite the nervous system further and your muscles and joints, we're going to get into this position and then we're going to tip forward. So nipple lasers go from straight ahead to straight down and then back up again. So it looks like this. Getting that foot into position, that arm overhead, lean down and up. You can do that with foot on the ground if you'd like to. Have a little bow like that. So a couple of options there. Try each thing and do what feels good. All excites the nervous system. Here we go. So we've decided whether you're floating that foot or keeping it rooted to the ground. Let's take that arm overhead and leg back. Once you're happy with your position, take nipple lasers to the floor, hold for a second, and then bring it back up. Permission to relax for a second if you need to. So let's come out of that. Take a breath. Another rep. Get into your preferred position. Trying to keep that arm and that leg over the center of the body, just like we do when we're standing. So instead of, we don't want to Superman it, we're trying to sort of be a wonky Superman as much as possible. Third rep, nipple lasers down and up. Lovely stuff. Relax. We're going to change sides. I think you're all used to staring at my butt now, so I'm just going to go with that again. Again, same thing, deciding whether you want to float that foot or plant it firmly down or just stick in this position. Here we go, 3 reps. Nipple lasers down and up, relax. Take a breath. And again, wonky Superman it, keep that arm and that foot across that midline. Last one. Lovely stuff. Okay, we have got one more movement. As always, anything that we've done so far, if you've quite enjoyed that, prefer it, you can go back to that. That's absolutely fine. Do what makes your brain and body happy. Don't worry about what anyone else is doing. If you would like to change it up even further, we're going to take that from this wonky Superman position, which we're going to come into immediately. So we're going to make it more fluid. So instead of getting here and then moving, we're going to move arms and legs as we tip forward. And then we're going to bring that leg through. And again, still trying to take it across that midline and reach back a little bit. So I'll do that again. Here's what it looks like. Wonky Superman it as nipple lasers go down. Bring that leg through and thread it the same direction, but in front of the body as we lean back. Again, 3 reps on each side. To finish, here we go. Swoop 'em, wonky Superman it. Come up, take that leg in front of the body, but across. And relax. If you're looking for danger today, see if you can do one without holding onto the chair. I'm going to save that till the last rep. and see if I can do it. Probably fall over. Here we go. Wonky Superman. Across the front of the body. And relax. Let's see. I might get into position and then take the fingers off. Let's see what happens. Wonky Superman. Oh, I don't know. Oh. Oh, that was very difficult. Other side. Here we go. Swooping that arm and leg into position, nipple lasers down. Come up, leg goes forward and across the body. And relax. Second rep. Nipple lasers down. Bring it forward and across the body, lean back. Again, last rep, I'm going to play with the balance. I'm going to wait until I feel a bit more steady and then I'm going to take the fingers off, but leave it there. Very wobbly. Oh, and we're done. Relax. Take a breath. If you would like to spend some time just releasing all of those demons with your emotional support object, spend some time doing that. That would be a nice way to finish off this class. But for everyone else, whatever you're doing today, I hope you have a good one. And yeah, love you all. Speak to you soon. Bye.